In this life that you're living right now, trust me, you don't have to live by yourself. You can't live by yourself. You need friends. Whenever I go online, I see people make a video about your friend doesn't really care about you. Well, I would not say that is true or not true. In some sense, it is, but they don't really try to explain and dive in depth on why they would make such a comment or word. I would recommend this. You can't do this all by yourself. It is very lonely at the top. I spoke to somebody who is a millionaire. You know what he told me? He said, Ikenna, it's lonely at the top. I have so much money that I could buy whatever I want, do whatever I want, but also I wake up by myself. I have nobody to call, and people do not call me because I am very restricted and I do not have anybody to depend on. The truth is this: you definitely do need friends, but you should be picky of the type of friends that you pick. Focus more on your friend's character and not your friend's appearance. Your friend's character is their real self, and their character is just a facade which they put on for you to look at. And if you look at that facade, you will get fooled by them. And if you get fooled by them, definitely it will not be something you want to lock yourself into. I would recommend, when you have a friend, know the significance of that friend in your life. Know what they offer you, what they bring to the table, how they've showed up for you, and their disappointments and their bad side. We all have a bad side. I do, you do, but make sure that bad side that they have, it doesn't interfere with your own life, because if that happens, then you're going to find yourself in a rut where you're gonna immerse yourself in some deep suffering, and I really do not know what to say about that. Pick a friend that really loves you and cares about you. Pick a friend that would show up for you in a lot of areas in your life. Pick a friend that will support you. Pick a friend that you can tell good news to. Pick a friend that you can tell bad news to. Because if you focus on a friend just by their appearance, you would suffer painfully. If you pick a friend just by what they offer you, you would suffer painfully. If you pick a friend just by societal people telling you what you should do and what you shouldn't do, you're still going to suffer painfully. My advice is this: if you have a friend in your life, or you're planning to have a friend in your life, you need to learn to differentiate between their character and their appearance. The appearance is what people see. The character is their real self, the real person, the individual of a person. I'm also aware that human beings are capable of both good and bad. And if you can be able to navigate these two things in your life, in your areas of life, then yes, definitely things will go well for you. If you're tired and you want to go for a walk, I would recommend sometimes you go for a walk by yourself. It is needed, but at some certain point too, you need some form of distraction. You need somebody to talk to, someone you could listen to and share your thoughts, ideas, and patterns, and the things you've always wanted to do. I would recommend find a friend that is trustworthy. Of course, there are a lot of people out there who are trustworthy, who would show up for you, putting their best effort at work. There are friends where if you're suffering, they will literally show up for you. And also there are friends where they just don't give a damn about you. They're just selfish, manipulative, self-centered. You need to be able to spot the difference between these two, because if you can do that, then yes, definitely you will be able to navigate and pick wisely. So I would recommend this. Having friends is really good and important, because human beings are lonely creatures. Even if you think you have friends, you party, you go out, you do the things that makes you feel good about yourself, you still feel loneliness, because human beings and loneliness are 5 and 6, and we were born together. Always remember this: it is lonely at the top, but just find somebody that you can take on that journey with you. And when you win, they win. When they win, you also win as well. Having friendship or keeping a friend is definitely quite important, because it is needed. At some point, you will need somebody to share your thoughts, your problems, your suffering, and the things you're going through. Like they say, a problem shared is a problem solved.